Staying with our lead story on the sacking of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Lawal, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Ambassador Ayoke. I'm being joined on the news at 10 now by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Rotimi Ogwesho. He's in Abuja. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10. What was your immediate reaction when you heard about the sack of Lawal and Ambassador Ayoke?
Thank you very much for having me. Good evening, Nigerians. My immediate reaction is what the Nigerian nation and its people, and indeed all men and women of goodwill, have waited for the president this long to act, and he has acted at last. So whatever will follow will be, at least we have put this one behind us. The controversy that has been raging for the past 9 months or thereabout has now been put to rest, at least to some extent. That is my reaction. Particularly, it's so worrisome if one takes into consideration the fact that the principles and the standards by which this government has projected itself, by which it will be measured in terms of performance, the principles of honesty, due process, transparency, anti-corruption, has been tested seriously by this episode, particularly when the conduct of top officials of government in the caliber of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the DG NIA, had been put into question, and it has come under searchlight with things that savor tangibly in favor of serious misconduct that is not in consonance with the principles being espoused or being projected by this government. So the fact that a decision has been taken by the presidency one way or the other gladdens one's heart.
And nothing has been heard about the details of the report submitted by the committee led by the Vice President. Do you think that publishing this report now will make any difference?
Well, it will make a difference. It can make a difference. Because what we've heard now is that they have been sacked. The implication is that that report did not exonerate the two officers. What has been stated in that report will now show whether the panel led by His Excellency the Vice President had found them morally culpable, or they have done things that are outrightly illegal that can be termed as criminality. Because if you can only speculate now. Because if they are sacked, it may be that they've done things which is not in consonance. It may mean, it may mean that they have done things which is not in consonance with standard expected of their office. It may even be negligence. So, and that, for example, a company has been formed. A man, the former secretary to the government, was a member of that company. Has he resigned? If it's true, he had resigned before awarding that contract. Now, the question is, must you award a contract to a company in which you had interest before? That is a moral issue. But that is a moral issue that has the potentiality of inducing conflict of interest. In such, you may not say he has done something outrightly criminal. You are talking of the NIA, now you found money. You may find that the way in which the money has been kept or the conduct of the DG is such or was such that can endanger security of the nation or is not in consonance with the standards expected of it. Those are issues. Those are issues that may arise. On the other hand, the report may be talking about outright criminality, outright corruption, outright abuse of office. We may never know. So the publishing of the report may make a lot of difference. But we must also be careful, because particularly on the other hand, if you are talking of conduct of the DGNIE, security issue, security of the nation may come into play. That's why we have to be careful.
Mr. Ogunsho, appreciate your thoughts, sharing them with us tonight. Thank you for joining us on the News at 10.